in that one. This is the final meeting of the regular season between these two teams as they're both gearing up for a push into the USL playoffs. It's Sonny Jane and Anthony Grant, or Hugh Roberts, to do the honors as we get underway here at sunny Rhino Stadium. The Kickers away from home, 2-5-3. Coming off a 2-1 win, dramatic fashion over the hottest team, or the best team at this point in the USL, New York Red Bulls 2. This one's headed out of play. Asante. We'll leave it there. Pretty interesting lead up to this one as far as the last few games for both sides, Daryl. The Rhinos' last 8 games played, 3-0-5, unbeaten in 8, while Richmond comes in on a 4-game winning streak. It's going to be a tough matchup here tonight.
Yes, I mean, definitely would be going to be a tough matchup. I mean, both teams are really feeling it right now. As I said, Richmond is on a streak of 4 games, and the Rhinos haven't lost since I think they lost against, I believe it's Louisville, although they haven't won as much, but they haven't lost. And so both teams is really looking to secure their position and their spot in this playoff.
Foul called here on the near side as the Kickers look to play the 1-2 with Imura, who scored the winning goal on April the 9th at City Stadium. Referee was looking for the advantage. There was none there, and it'll be Sonny Jane and Imura setting up, facing 2 in the wall for the Rhinos. Swerving ball cleared away off the boot of Toch, as he was the goal scorer in the 1-1 win for Rochester on Friday at Harrisburg. His goal came in the 87th minute, and then uncharacteristically, Jankowskis in the 90th minute for Harrisburg gets a header and equalizes to finish up at 1-1. Rhinos were just so close to getting those points.
Yeah, I mean, those are the tough ones when you think you have it, and you think you're right at the end of the game when it's a score, an equalizer score to go ahead. Those are the tough ones to really lose in a situation like that.
There's Grinwis, the 24-year-old, a 0.92 goals against average. Dos Santos headed down by Asante. Mishu played the far side, out of play. Camden has picked up a couple of assists in the last few games. We'll have a throw-in for the Rhinos. Far side, good little spin move from Garzi, gets away from pressure. Nice touch by Richmond, throw-in for the Rhinos, quickly taken to Canardo Forbes. Dos Santos, Garzi. Drives one into the box. Headed forward for Asante. Outside to Grant. And Richmond will continue with Mishu, who's on loan from DC United, out of Notre Dame University. And here's Yambi, the team captain, the veteran, who's been with the Kickers since 2009. Triple team, the Rhinos come away with it. Tight spaces here. Sonny Jane looking for Roberts. Picked up again by the Rhinos. Into space, and Forbes was dumped by Anthony Grant. Couldn't get a good contact on the ball, but it'll be a restart here for the Rhinos in the 4th minute, scoreless.
Yep. I mean, the defender was all over him. I mean, he was pulling him, was kicking him, and the ref was right there. The ref was just want to see if he has possession of the ball and can make a good play before he even make that call, which is great officiating.
It's the second time he's kind of let things go on to see where it's going to go, and I guess not disrupt the flow of play.
Yes.
Samuel. Wall fall. Tried to go forward, broken up by Troyer. Pressure there, out of play. Throw-in for Dominic Samuel. Yambi. Leave it here. Dominic Samuel, his 18th appearance of the season. The Canadian will pick up a throw-in here on the near side for the 4-8 Rochester Rhinos. Forbes cross is deflected out of play, and it'll be a first quarter kick of the game in the 5th minute. And it's coming up for the Rhinos. Both of these teams have had the injury bug. We'll talk about that momentarily. For Richmond, it's been the goalkeepers. Call-ups, injuries. For Rochester, it's been the defense. We'll get into that momentarily as Forbes will deliver the outswinging service. Deep one into the box, through the 18. Farrell heads it back to Camden. All the way back now to Grinwis. High, long one down the middle of the field into that stiff wind. Flag is up for offside. It is Dos Santos and Valesky. A little deep there. Yambi out to Mishu. And all the way back to Turner. As Dykstra was called back to DC United. So Turner coming back from the New England Revolution, making his 6th appearance of the season. One of 6 players to appear in goal for Richmond this year. Toch, low cross, and Yambi will take no chances and give up another corner kick.
Yeah, that was a great cross. I mean, even though there were no Rochester Rhinos players around, he's played a safe play and just knocked it out of bounds because he wasn't sure what was behind his back, so he just played it right out of bounds.
Yambi, who's played with Puerto Rico as well, is indoors with the Norfolk Sharks. Now the captain tonight. There's Forbes' delivery. This is a good ball. And it's Sonny Jane to get ahead on it. Picked up by Yamura. Chance for the kickers to counter. Samuels backtracking, heads it out of play. So a lot of Samuels working here tonight. We've got Samuel Asante Samuels, Dominic Samuels. It's going to be an interesting evening tonight for the Rhinos, though. Asante not listed as a sub. We do have their new signing, defender number 32, Chase Miller, 24-year-old out of George Mason, who was just signed and could feature and debut this evening for the Rhinos. Sakire will leave it there for Yambi. Goes short to Troyer. Laid off, picked up though by Wallfall. Back to Grinwis. Good work from Valesky to come back and win that for the Rhinos. Yambi, Dos Santos battle for it, kept in play.
It's a great play by Dos Santos not to give up on that play just now, even though the ball was being shielded pretty well by the defender.
Richmond's got Roberts and Yambi, two very big, imposing central defenders, to go against two tall strikers. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see who wins that aerial battle tonight.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I can see the battle has already started, and both teams, just is getting the best of each other on a couple of plays there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who win those aerial balls and even the physical play also.
Should be a good matchup right down the middle tonight. We'll see if the flanks can break down the big boys in the middle. Pastalopoulos back from injury and looking to finish strong here as he dumps one into the box for Valesky. And there is Yambi, cleared away by Roberts. We're in the 9th minute and scoreless. Second meeting and final meeting of the regular season. Between two teams who always feature in the USL playoff picture. Should be no different this season. Pastalopoulos takes a few touches over midfield. On the ground, but it's broken up by Yambi. Now Troyer. Showing some flexibility. Troyer has the ball now, can play really anywhere across the back line for Lee Kalashaw. Switch it over to the far side for Mishu. Sakire. Just outside the center circle. Tried to force one, picked up by Forbes. Chance for Rochester to push forward. And there's the battle we talked about. Two big players going shoulder to shoulder.
Definitely, that's the battle again. It's going to be in the air, and I think it's going to be on the ground also. I mean, both of them, they're great players, and they know a 50-50 ball like that. I mean, they want to get the advantage, so they're going to use their shoulders. And who's going to come up on top on that one? And the Richmond defender did on that one.
Roberts won that battle against Dos Santos. Grant. Now Imura. Open on the near side with some space. Aguilar cuts it to his left. Low cross, blocked and out of play. It will be last touch by Richmond, so a goal kick coming out for the Rhinos. And be sure you get into the game through the USL social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. We are at Rhino Stadium. 11th minute and scoreless between the Rhinos and the Kickers. Joe Giuliano along with Daryl Stewart. We'll push in the back. Dos Santos wants the call. Referee says no, we'll play on. Sakire. Coming over to Richmond from Charlotte last season. Camping out in the middle of the field, that link between the defense and the attack. Yambi to Roberts. There's Sakire. Quick touch outside to Mishu. He'll push it central. Richmond working side to side here. Yeah,
they are getting some good possession of the ball, going from side to side. But again, what I noticed was a lot of teams, when they're playing against the Rhinos play great defense. And the Rhinos, even though they're playing side to side, they will follow on track and position themselves in front of the ball and not get himself behind the ball. So he's had to penetrate the Rhinos sometimes, and that's why a lot of teams haven't scored a lot of goals against them.
I think you used the key word. They're going side to side, but the key word is where's the penetration. Yep, absolutely. Good point. And here's the pickup by the Rhinos looking to counter. Toch was knocked from behind by Troyer, who will be called back and get a talking to from the man in the middle, Charles Murphy. Rhinos are 6-1-3 on home turf. Only loss coming to Louisville, June the 18th on home turf. Rochester coming off 3 consecutive 1-1 draws at Toronto, Bethlehem, and Harrisburg. Here's Forbes. We'll talk about Harrisburg in a moment. They got shellacked last night. Ball's into the box. Garzi's header off the crossbar. Bicycle kick up and over. Great action from the Rhinos in the 14th minute.
That was a great serving by the Sentinel from the outside. And again, Gazi was just, he saw it coming. He was behind. The defender didn't even realize that he was coming, that he was that close. But he made that effort to get to that ball and almost make a goal of it.
You and I are talking about these big guys, central. That's not supposed to happen. Garzi's the little guy, and he wins it in the air.
Yes, he is. But that's all come from a great individual effort just to get to that ball and just to know the right time, to make that run to that ball.
And Dos Santos with the bike. Keeper may have had a good look at it, but the big man getting pretty acrobatic and having a good look at that one. 14th minute, the Rhinos off the crossbar. It was Garzi looking for his 3rd goal of the season, 3rd goal as a Rhino, denied by the woodwork. Mishu. Asante. Pushed off by Camden and out of play. Throw coming up here for the Kickers. It's deep on the far side. Imura. Troyer. Grant. Back to Imura, 7 goals, 3 assists on the season. For the 25-year-old from Japan. It's short to Sakire. Poked away by Forbes. A little too heavy on the touch for Dos Santos. Aguilar. Sakire. Those in their own half, waiting to defend a little bit here. Now pressure coming from Garzi. Sante, laid off by Jane. And Forbes. Still Forbes. On the far side, a good ball. Voleski hustles to keep it in play. 2v4, has to turn up. Good choice there, no options. 16th minute. Camden, high delivery into the box. And it's picked up there by Turner. Talked about the 6 keepers, including Turner, who play in goal for Richmond. Charlie Horton, Ryan Taylor, Travis Wara, Sawyer Gaffney, and Andrew Dykstra, who again has been recalled back to DC United. 6 on that goalkeeping carousel, leading Richmond to sign Mark Nankervis out of Virginia Beach, former Coker College. He'll be the backup tonight. Out of play, throwing for the kickers. Imura dumped off the ball by Forbes immediately. Sent forward to Voleski. Dos Santos in front of Grant. Settles. Back to Canardo Forbes. Toch, corner of the 18, has a touch. Has a chip into the box and headed away there. Good defending by Yambi.
Yeah, that was a great defending. I mean, that was a great touch by ball into the box. A little more, and Voleski got ahead in that one, and that could be into the back of the net.
Clever little footwork there from Toch. A long ball. That time looking for Anthony Grant. Signed with Richmond late last season. Pressuring Grinwis. There's Farrell. They'll go outside now to Apostolopoulos. Only the 13th appearance for the defender from Greece. Laid off for Canardo Forbes. Oh, a great idea. That would have been wonderful. Well read by Roberts, though.
Yeah, that was a great look, great vision by Forbes to look forward for Voleski on that one. But the defender did see that and picked it off.
That outside of the foot touch. Again, very warm evening. We'll see if there's a hydration break called for. If so, it'll be in the 30th minute for 3 minutes. Looking at our unofficial temperatures. We said, what, 87?
Well, yes, with 87.
Darryl used to be a meteorologist before he played for the Rhinos back in the late 90s. True?
I plead the fifth on that one.
Little breeze coming in. At this moment, the kickers have the wind at their back. This one's up and over to Santos. Voleski. Kept in play by Troyer. Samuel. Apostolopoulos. Team captain Mike Garzi. Camden's going to have some pressure to get away from, and he does a good job of it. Canardo, Forbes looking, but Yambi again. It's been big with Roberts breaking up those balls. Sonny Jane. Out to Roberts, the 23-year-old out of George Mason University. Here's Jane. Outside for Mishu. Possession is there, penetration not for Richmond. Ball's into the box though. Headed away to Toch. Garzi. Santos couldn't get that one to sit. It's picked up by Yambi.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to get that one back. Just a little bit too casual on that possession.
Dominic Samuel, who's slow to get up, and again, this is the last thing the Rhinos need to see, is one of their fullbacks slow to get up. It's been a tough season of injuries. Ugarte, Apostolopoulos, to name a few in the back. And that's resulted in the signing of Chase Miller.
Yeah, he seems to be okay from that collision. Again, as you just mentioned, yeah, the Rhinos has that injury bug when it comes to the defensive line for the Rhinos defenders. And again, you know, the coaches did a great job of shuffling guys around and playing them in position that they're not normally playing. And guys been stepping up for whatever position the coach called them to play.
Good win from Toch. Dos Santos, left-footed shot. Save there by Turner.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Dos Santos. But again, the angle on that shot was just still a little bit too wide for him. The angle was off. The keeper actually had that angle covered pretty well.
Sonny Jane, penetrating run, picked up by Apostolopoulos. Rebound, left in front. Flag is up for offside, no goal. Anthony Grant put it in the back of the net, but the flag immediately coming up in the 22nd minute. And we'll take a look at that one. There was no hesitation from the referee's assistant.
Yeah, he looked like the player looked like he was in an offside position when the shot was taken. I mean, it was a good pass to the outside, a good look. And at that point right there, the ref saw the player was in offside position.
So no goal. We're still scoreless in the 23rd minute. As the Rhinos giving up that penetrating run to Sonny Jane. After Wallfall went down on the challenge in the middle of the field. And I looked at Bob Lilly right away, and I could tell I'm not happy.
Yes.
With the effort that was put in on the challenge from Fall. That did lead to a dangerous opportunity for Jane. He's come over after spending the last 2 years with the Wilmington Hammerheads, who, by the way, will be here on Saturday night for a 6 p.m. kickoff at Rhino Stadium. Visit rhinosoccer.com or call the office at 585-454-KICK for ticket information regarding Saturday's game against the Hammerheads from Wilmington. Darryl will be fresh off a wedding on Saturday. Are you wearing the tux here?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know if it's what it is, but I think I'll have a suit on that for that wedding. Not my wedding, but someone else's wedding.
Someone else's wedding that you're going to be a part of on Saturday. So busy day for Mr. Darryl Stewart. And let's not forget about Nike, Darryl. They're a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. Garzi tripped up. Restart coming up here for the Rhinos. For Richmond, their next game will be Saturday at FC Montreal, and maybe a little bit of revenge on the line for the Kickers, as Montreal, the only team to beat Richmond at City Stadium this year.
I know it's always
knocks it out of play.
I know it's always good to play a team that has beat you once before, for to get that revenge, or to redeem yourself, so to speak, from these guys.
Montreal currently at the bottom of the league with 7 points. Not just the Eastern Conference, but the entire USL. Grant deep on the far side. Flicked in, deflected, a loose ball, cleared away by Dominic Samuel.
Oh, that was a dangerous one. I'm thinking Greenwood should have came and got that one or call him off and got that one. Come.
Murrah goes down, no call made. We'll play on in the box.
Yeah, I'm thinking he should come, positively and to pick that ball up with some.
The deflection may have changed his mind, as it did change course on the way into the goal. Or into the box, I should say, not into the goal. Good spin move, Canardo Forbes. Camden. Good job to even keep that one in play. Garzi. A tough matchup. Both these teams, 32 points. Have met once this season, a slim 1-0 victory for the Kickers. One mistake could be the difference here tonight.
Yeah, sure will. I mean, I can see that happening. One mistake from either team could definitely be the difference in this game.
Roberts. Header is picked up by Fall now. Pastalopoulos to the goal-scoring defender Joe Farrell with 5 goals on the season. Working it on the near side, looking for Toch. It's off of Troyer. 27th minute and scoreless. Shots are 3 for the Rhinos, 1 for the Kickers. That ball into the box picked up by Yamura.
I mean, I'm believing now the Rhinos got to change their strategy a little bit of serving those balls into the box again, because they have these 2 big guys back there. I mean, they're winning every ball that comes up in the air from the box. So I think they should go to the ground game a little bit more, see if they can thread those passes, get those angles inside of the attacking third of the field, to create some more chances.
Richmond has been stingy on the defensive front. Only 16 goals given up this season. That is second best in the USL. First is OKC Energy with 14.
And you can see why. I mean, these guys, when they're actually defending with numbers. I mean, all 10 guys are getting behind the ball when they're defending. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why they not have given up a lot of goals.
Ball is finally found and put into play here for Troyer. Aguilar. Outside for Michoud. A low cross. Picked up by Canardo Forbes. Nice quick little touch. Dos Santos. I mean, that's just awareness. You know where you're going before the ball even gets to you.
Yes, I mean, that's great touch. I mean, having that peripheral vision also, knowing where your teammates are, seeing the play before it even happened. And that's what just happened just now.
Canardo Forbes having an all-star type season, without a doubt, for the Rhinos. 3 goals, 2 assists, but so much more has been delivered from Canardo Forbes. Here's Michoud. Jane. Back to Michoud. Samuel Asante. There's the possession from Richmond. Imura. Too much for him to handle. Imura on his first professional contract with the Kickers after impressing at the Kickers Combine. 18 games played this year, 7 goals, 3 assists for him. Oh, nice spin move there from Wall Fall. And a nice touch forward for Dos Santos. Roberts there to break it up.
It's a great little spin move by Fall just now.
Pastalopoulos to Camden. Roberts lets this one go back to the keeper, Turner. Turner played his college ball at Fairfield University. Was signed by the Revolution in March and has found a revolving door here with the Kickers. Get some time here at the DC United affiliate. This one will go into the arms of Grinwis. We'll bring it up to Farrell. It's Roberts again, he's been good in the air, but also very comfortable with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, I mean, he is, again, in the air, he's doing well in the air. He's winning every ball that comes over in the air. And he looks a little shaky in the feet. That's why I'm thinking the Rhinos need to be more, play the ball a little bit more on the ground when they attack in that box area, in that penalty box area.
Late tackle there. Foul is called. It was Sonny Jane who will go get the foul called against him on his challenge from Canardo Forbes. And while we have a break, be sure you keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Here's a look at that challenge.
Yeah, I mean, this was actually from the back. I think he probably caught him on the ankles. Yeah, actually caught him right on the ankles from the back.
They've seen enough of his distribution. Let's get a knock on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's such a great player, such a great possessor, such a great visionary when he have the ball. Yeah, you got to slow him down somehow, and I think that's one of the ways you can slow him down.
Had the pleasure of covering some of his games when he played indoor for the Syracuse Silver Knights, and every time I watched him play, I would always say, I wonder how he would be outdoors, and not surprised. He's done very well.
Yes, definitely.
There's Toch, Dominic Samuel, wall fall, to Apostolopoulos. Garzi. Camden, he can be creative here one-on-one against Mishu, decides to go short instead. Good ball from Garzi. Valesky spinning, looking for an option. Onto the near side for Toch, and Troyer gets there just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that's a great look by Valesky. Ball coming from Gassi to Valesky, and Valesky, smartly just looked up, see what he have, and try to put it over into the air. Again, but I'm hoping that we can see the ball in the attacking third in the box area. Just play a little bit more on the ground towards the goal.
Canardo Forbes, 33rd minute, another corner kick coming up. Good ball. Header by Fall into the mix. Poor punch there by Turner. And it's picked up by Grant.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if did he lose sight of the ball.
Good tackle from Forbes. Wants to throw it, but not going to get it. He may have, because that was not a well-executed punch.
Yeah, I think he just knew the ball was up in the air, and he probably saw it at one point and figured, I'm just going to have to get my hands on this one and get it out of there, because, yeah, that was not a great punch by him at all.
34th minute and scoreless between the Kickers and the Rhinos. 32 points for both teams at this point of the season. Mishu. Good step from Apostolopoulos. Forbes and the Rhinos at midfield with Toch. Outside for Dos Santos. Forbes. Dos Santos pushes one into the 18. No go, as it'll be Turner's chance to pick it up. Out to Troyer, a 23-year-old at the University of South Carolina for Imura. Sakire. Mishu. Asante. Blocked there by Dos Santos, picked up by Asante. Laid off nicely by Aguilar. Good tackle there from Garzi. Wins it back for the Rhinos. Given back to Asante, crossed into the box. Farrell up and over Grant. And Camden will spin out of play. And the referee will slow things down, as Garzi may have taken a knock to the eye or the forehead. We're in the 35th minute, so we've gone past the point of the possible hydration break.
Yep, so I'm not sure if if the officials are even going to give a hydration break at this point.
Players have come over to the Richmond sideline to take on some water. Bad giveaway there. The Rhinos have a chance to come forward. Dos Santos dribbles forward with Garzi. Back to Forbes.
Well, he looked like Dos Santos was actually looking for the ball, push forward, he was pointing to the spot that he wanted. But Garzi decided to go back with that one, just slow it down. But that's okay, as long as the Rhinos keep in possession of the ball. I mean, that's just as important as getting the goal, because if you have possession of the ball, the other team cannot score.
There's Farrell. Dominic Samuel. Picked up by Imura. Sakire gets it to Imura. Now Mishu with some space to push up on the far side. Anthony Grant. Sakire. A little shove in the back by Anthony Grant. It'll be restart coming up here for the Rhinos. Don't forget, Rhinos home on Saturday against Wilmington. 6 p.m. kickoff. As the Hammerheads currently on 24 points after 20 games played. Looking to get in one of those playoff spots in the Eastern Conference. Played short. There's Apostolopoulos. Santos gets the head on it, but he's got no one laying off. Mishu gets it back. All the way back to Turner. There's Troyer. Sakire. Behind the play. Toch will get a talking to. Sean Toch, the 24-year-old, making his 20th appearance of the season. It's exactly what he played last year with 1 goal. He has got a goal on the year so far. That came in the last game on a header in the 87th minute against Harrisburg, who last night were shellacked 5-0 by New York Red Bulls 2. Sacramento also picking up a win, 1-0 over OKC Energy. 6 games tonight in the USL, including this one. There's Imura in the 38th minute. And scoreless. Rhinos did have a chance in minute 14. Shot was off, or a header was off the crossbar by Garzi, and the rebound, a bicycle kick attempt by Dos Santos up and over the bar. Lee Kaulashaw patrolling the sidelines for Harrisburg. Led the team to an amazing 21-game unbeaten streak back in 2014. Also had some success in the U.S. Open Cup, especially back in 2011, making it to the semifinals. Played behind Roberts, but Turner can play it quickly outside to Mishu.
And again, we see the battle of the big guys for the Rhinos and for the kickers. And I wanted you to keep an eye on Sakiro. He's like the Forbes for the Rhino. He's like the playmaker. I mean, he's everywhere. He's picking up the ball. He's going to the defenders, getting the ball and making those distribution plays. So keep an eye on him and see. He's the one who's making the plays, who's making things happen for the Richmond.
There is Sakire now to the far side to Mishu. 40th minute. The Rhinos and the kickers looking to get ahead somehow, some way in the USL's Eastern Conference. Good little move there from Sakire. Imura. Roberts out to Mishu. Asante. Imura. There's nowhere to go forward. Everything is shut down by the Rhinos defense.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, again, the Rhinos play a very tight defense. I mean, everyone is back behind the ball. I mean, you have, ball is coming through. You have double teams on the ball. I mean, a great defensive work by the Rhinos.
And we'll see if this free kick opportunity finds an open lane for the Kickers as a handball called on Mike Garzi. 28 yards away from goal.
Yeah, I mean, this
it's a quick look at it.
Yep. I mean, this could be dangerous from this handball position, right? Again, 26, 27 yards out. I mean, from these set plays, again, these set plays can be dangerous depending on where they are on the field.
Imura is over the ball. Sakiri also there. Rhinos with a wall set up just a step ahead of the 18-yard line. Grinwis on his line. Here's the whistle. The shot. And it's just wide of the post as Grinwis had that one covered.
Yeah, I mean, he had that one covered, but it was a great shot to onto goal, and the ball was bending away from him, and so he had to actually make an effort to make sure that ball wasn't coming into his goal. So I mean, that was a great effort by the Kickers.
Not too far off the mark. Got it up and down, but not on target. Santos gets the header on it. Toch to Dominic Samuel. There's Voleski leading the way for the Rhinos with 6 goals, 2 assists. No advantage there for the Rhinos, so play will stop. And it'll give Rochester a chance to work on a set piece.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a weird play there. I mean, Voleski's hand was I don't know if the defender was holding his hand or what was going on there, but he had a referee let the play on until he see who has the position and then make the call.
Still Forbes, a little bit of magic. Shot is blocked. Camden to Farrell. Now Fall. Settled by Samuel. Whips across into the mix. Cleared away by Mishu. Picked up by Toch. Imura left it there for him. Voleski's header.
That was a
Just
great.
wide of the near post.
Almost. Just so close. I mean, I don't know if you noticed just the play before that. What Ghazi did again. I mean, Ghazi's anticipating those cross coming over into the box. I mean, this was a great one. Great header by for this one. This was a great header by Voleski, just short of the post, of the upright.
Goal kick here for Turner. 0.40 goals against average. He's played in 5 games, given up 2 goals. That's off of Sakire. As we're in minute number 44 of a scoreless match between the Kickers and the Rhinos. Fall. Garzi finds Toch. Still Toch. Step over on his left. The shot doesn't get all of it. Blocked by Roberts. Imura. Aguilar. Grant leaves it for Farrell. And the Rhinos come away with it. Forbes back to Joe Farrell. Grimness knocks it down. Roberts gets his head on it. Sakire. Aguilar. Good move to get around Farrell. Wins the call. This one maybe a little further back, but we'll see how the Kickers set this one up.
Yeah, that was a little nifty move to get around Farrell on that one, and he had no other opportunity but to foul him at that point.
Actually, Sakiri, yeah, he's given a few more yards here. I thought the foul was a few more steps downfield.
Now maybe he need that space to hit it,
yeah.
in middle space.
It's a good 30-yard bomb from there. Sakire will take a look at this one as the Rhinos have 3 in the wall. Here's the whistle. Service and inside the 6. Routine stuff there for Grinwis. As no stoppage time in half number 1, which brings us to our break. And after 45 minutes of play, the Rhinos and the Kickers are 0-0. Daryl, your thoughts on the first half of play?
I mean, I think the first half of play was I mean, the Kickers has the more possession of the ball, but the Rhinos have the better opportunity to score and to go ahead. But I think coming into the second half, I think it's gonna because it's so defensively minded game. I think he's gonna take one mistake by Chip.
Second half about to get underway as Voleski finds Canardo Forbes. Samuel to Apostolopoulos. Laid back for Forbes by Dos Santos. Camden. Forbes gets it around to the far side. Joe Farrell. A little too heavy on the touch there for Farrell, looking for the overlapping Dominic Samuel. It'll be a goal kick here for Turner and the Richmond Kickers coming off another international friendly. This time it was July 16th. Kickers hosted Swansea City. A 2-0 win for Richmond. Over 7,000 fans at City Stadium, so that, I guess, is becoming a tradition for Richmond. Third time in as many seasons as the Kickers have played against a Premier League team. They also took on Crystal Palace and West Bromwich Albion.
And I mean, that's a good experience for those guys playing against those international team from Europe, and give them a different look, a different feel, different style of play when those guys come over and play them. And it's just good for these guys, and build their their skill and develop them even more.
Swansea City ended up with a 1-1 record in there. I guess you'd call it a mini U.S. tour. They won 4-0 against Charlotte after falling 2-0 to the Richmond Kickers. Troyer has to hurry. Knocks it forward. Mishu. Sakire. Little space here, middle of the park for the Kickers. Asante. Dos Santos hustling back, but he deflects it over to Anthony Grant. Aguilar. And knocked out of play. It'll be a corner kick on the far side. Second one of the game for the Kickers.
Look like the Kickers coming out in the second half being a little bit more aggressive. Look like they're pushing the ball forward a little bit more instead of playing side to side. And this is where now the Rhinos have to really dig deep now and defend and really build their defense against what the Richmond is trying to do here.
Imura will have a corner kick on the far side for the Kickers. We are scoreless at Rhino Stadium. They'll play it short. And dribbled right out of bounds. And no harm there for the Rhinos defense in the 48th minute. Get into the game through the USL's social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. Grinwis. High, long kick. Yambi wins it in the air. Aguilar. Dancing, spinning away, wall fall. Toch. Dominic Samuel. Looking for Voleski. Good work from Voleski. Puts it in front for Dos Santos, and he's shouldered off nicely there. Hugh Roberts did just enough, not to knock him over, but get him off balance.
Just enough. I mean, that was great defending. Just enough just to put that shoulder on the emerging DeSante going towards the goal just to knock him off the ball. That was great defending.
It's been a solid performance for Roberts tonight. Mishu. On to the far side now, Aguilar. Low cross blocked by Dominic Samuel. Another corner kick coming up for the Kickers.
It's a great defending there by the Samuel. Again, and I noticed that again the Kickers is really pushing the envelope here. I mean, now the ball is being played in the Rhinos' defensive third of the field. We only into the game just a few minutes, and this is their second corner kick.
This time it's into the box, but it's a low service denied by Dominic Samuel. Forbes, the first player out of the zone, and has to regroup. Samuel fights off one challenge. Loose ball quickly cleared away by Grinwis. Yambi. Sakure takes down Canardo Forbes at the midfield stripe. And the referee is going to call Sakure over. It's the second time he's got a good piece of Canardo Forbes.
Yes.
Looking at to go in the book.
Yeah, definitely. The second time he does. I mean, we got to keep on watching that matchup between both of them, because both of them play in the center of the pitch, and they both played a similar style of soccer for each team.
Garzi's cross is blocked by Mishu. Imura with some space, middle of the field to push forward. Looking for options, goes to his left. Aguilar. Imura. Richmond with a chance to come forward now. Still the Kickers looking for options. They'll play it short to Sakire. 51st minute. Asante. Got a touch on it, went down. And referee will play on here on a goal kick for the Rhinos.
Yeah, I guess the Richmond coach is really looking for a call on that one. He's up on his feet and shouting at the ref. But the ref sees it as not a foul. I mean, this is just an easy, he just lost the ball going out of bounds.
Callie Halleck, congratulations.
There's Grimwis.
Nicholas Hinks, you're a winner.
The header by
Abby Burrow, way to go. And Lauren Taylor,
Kickers defense now, Mishu.
If you heard your name, please report to guest services
Roberts.
to claim your prize.
Yambi has to spin away from pressure, gives it up to Toch. As Yambi and Dos Santos both come up hobbling, as they both, I believe, collided with their left boots.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, Dos Santos really trying to attack that ball, putting some pressure on him, going one-on-one, and both of them came up a little hobbly after that one.
Farrell. Dos Santos, chest pass, gets it back. Voleski looking for Dos Santos, trying to barrel his way through, and he couldn't.
Yeah, that was a great little touch pass bit by the head to the chest to both between three players. Unfortunately, he was just breaking up by the defender.
Sakure to Troyer. Still Sakure. Turns it around onto the near side for Mishu. Mishu streaking forward. Dos Santos trailing him. Picked up by the Rhinos defense. Farrell gets it to Forbes. Sends one forward. Onside, Voleski. Takes a header into the 18. Voleski tried to cut it back to his right. Wanted a handball. And the referee is going to issue a yellow card here to Hugh Roberts, and he's pointing to the spot to issue a PK for the Rochester Rhinos.
Number 8, Hugh Roberts. Caution issued.
And that was a great ball sent for a 1v1. Voleski did a great job and just easily tried to knock it around him, and he just his hand was in that position, just the right position at the right time, and rightfully so. It's a PK. Not sure if it was actually intentional, but again, it was a PK.
PK, ball touched by Roberts with the hand. Yellow card, maybe a little harsh, but nonetheless, it's Voleski who's lining up to take the PK. Turner is on his line. Box is cleared. Here's the whistle. Voleski winds, fires, saved, rebound, put right into the arms of Turner. A major opportunity and a huge save from the keeper who's on loan from the Revolution.
That's a huge save. I mean, if you can, anytime a keeper save a PK, it's a huge save. But again, the keeper, the keeper did a great job to stop that from going to the back of the net. I mean, when you have something like that, I mean, PKs, to me, PKs should be goals. But sometimes there's some keepers who just is great at stopping those, and sometimes the kicker taking the PK just don't hit it properly.
Put it right down the middle. Turner was going to his right, able to kind of reach back just a little bit and deny Voleski his 7th goal of the season. The kicker is a huge break, and maybe some momentum coming their way after this save on the PK.
Right, and again, it's a situation like this, and as I said, I think this, because it's such a defensive game, it's only going to take one goal to win this game. And the Rhinos had the opportunity, and let's see if the kickers can get the opportunity.
And we'll see how Voleski responds to missing the PK in the 54th minute. He works so hard and creates so many opportunities. I have a hard time believing he won't see another chance in this game. And there's Turner. It's a booming kick downfield, headed away by Apostolopoulos. There's Forbes. Good tackle from Imura. Now, Mishu, who's working this near side. Asante. Back to Mishu.
Oh.
And Forbes, I think he's getting a little frustrated with the constant contact he's seeing in the middle of the field, and good move from Dos Santos just to pull him away from this.
Yes, I think he's really getting frustrated because, I mean, they're constantly hitting him, and in a situation like that, I know what he's saying, but the Mishu actually sent his hand back and hit him in the face. But again, you got to realize you can't attack a player when without the ball like that. I mean, that's grounds. You're making it easy for the referee to give you a card, a yellow card, or a red card. But again, this is great officiating. He looks like he's not going to give him a card. He's just talking to them both, to just calm down. And Dos Santos also he's made a great move just to grab him and pull him away so he doesn't escalate into something bigger than it was.
I had actually written down yellow card for Forbes. We'll just erase that on the notes as Sakiri and Forbes get a strong talking to from Charles Murphy. No cards, though. Turner quickly clears it up. The far side for Troyer. Brings it inside. Aguilar. Imura. Behind Aguilar, gets it back to Imura. There's Troyer. Good 1-2. Opening things up now. Sakiri. Asante not expecting that one. Grin was to pick it up.
Fans, don't forget that individual tickets for all 2016 Rhinos
Kickers out tonight without their veteran striker, their huge presence up front, Matthew Delicott, to pass along a speedy recovery to the number 7. It's been a few years here with Rochester before going back to the Kickers. Delicott recovering from surgery in June, is training with the team, and according to Lee Kalashaw in our conversation before the game, a week or so away from returning to game action. So we wish Matthew nothing but the best in his recovery. First-class guy.
Yeah, yes, definitely he is. I remember Matthew Delicat playing here, and great player and a first-class person off the field.
He shall return shortly for the Kickers. Forbes spinning away from pressure. Almost got it through to Voleski, but again, Yambi, good defensive play to break it up.
Yambi, he's having a great game back there, breaking up all those passes that Forbes is trying to put through to the forwards.
Sante steals it. Fall takes it away from him. Dos Santos, 60th minute. Both teams a full complement of subs warming up. Getting ready to check in. Out of play. Camden can't keep it in. 60th minute. Throw in here for Mishu. Is it short? Sakiri. And that's a tackle and an easy yellow card here. As again, that strong talking to is a thing of the past for Sakiri, who will be issued a yellow card in the 60th minute.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get a yellow card for that, because I mean, from what he did earlier between him and Forbes, and doing something like that. I mean, he kicked him on the ankle and then basically pulled him down. That was an easy call for the referee.
Good wrap, hands around the waist, got him down, prevent the runner from getting any more yards. Oh, it's the wrong sport, sorry.
That's the other football.
I'm sorry. These footballs get me always mixed up. Always happens. It'll be Apostolopoulos to get the restart. He'll go with the left foot. Flicked into the 18, Voleski. There again, and just nudged off by Troyer.
Yeah, that was a great ball coming over. Voleski, he read it beautifully, but again, those defenders for the Richmond Kickers is really working and playing hard back there tonight.
Mishu. Imura. Losing possession to Forbes. Toch got a good poke on it. He'll get it back. Nice touch to Garzi. Back to Fall. Outside Farrell. Picked up by Toch. Looking for Dominic Samuel. Good hard run there. But Troyer stands up to the challenge. And it is time now for our first substitution. I think it's a good one. It's Michael Callahan coming on for Sakire, who getting a little out of control here. He's got a yellow card, and he'll come off in the 62nd minute. And he's being replaced by Michael Callahan, the 29-year-old who will make his 16th appearance of the season. Callahan with 2 goals in his 6th year with the Kickers.
I mean, that's a great substitution there. I mean, he already had a yellow card, and he's a little fired up, and the coach realized that. And, to save him from getting a red card, he pulled him off and make some changes.
The best value
Troyer
the friendliest drivers
picks
in
up the restart.
Call 905-1784. Book your travel today.
Fall. Dos Santos. Shot! Diving to his left. Turner makes the save.
It's a great save. Great move by Dos Santos. I mean, he actually turned the defender around by the move that he made. But the keeper was well in position for that shot, waiting for that one to come.
And for Sakire, he came into the game with 3 yellow cards, picked up his 4th in the 60th minute before coming off in minute number 62. There's Imura, 63rd minute. Kickers, Rhinos are scoreless. A 54th minute PK by Voleski was stopped by Turner, and keeping the zeros on the board. This is Sante. Back to Mishu. Good ball into space. Grant, top of the 18. Back to Callahan. Troyer. Aguilar. Good move, corner of the 18. Fires one. A little bit high, but a good bit of work there from Miguel Aguilar.
Yeah, great work by him. I mean, he take on 2 defenders, cross over and split them, and actually get a shot off from the move that he made. I mean, great individual effort.
SED proud
While we have a
solar
break,
partner of your Rhinos
Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for the latest Nike Soccer information.
Cheaper than paying your electric bill. Visit sed-net.com. See how you can go solar.
Foul called,
in your
Mishu.
home, your business,
Looked for a
and in the
little space
community.
there against Dos Santos. Referee in a perfect position to see the elbow. It's Apostolopoulos. Headed to Asante, but an offside call will negate everything and give the Kickers a restart. Other games tonight in the USL. Cincinnati at Montreal, Charlotte at Charleston, Swope Park Rangers at St. Louis, Vancouver at Arizona United, and Colorado Springs at the Portland Timbers 2. This one's picked up by Toch. As Forbes gets it back to Toch. Now Fall. Onto the near side for Apostolopoulos. Farrell. Dominic Samuel. Toch. Laid off for Forbes. Touches the ball, and there's pressure immediately on Canardo Forbes. Has a little bit of space. Canardo Forbes still with it. Onto the outside for Camden. Still with it, Camden. Good bit of work, and he just runs out of space. But good little shifting of the hips.
Yeah, great work by the Rhinos on this position. I mean, the ball came from the right side to the field, to the middle, back to the right side, back to the middle, back to the, onto the left side. I mean, great possession, great work by the Rhinos on this position.
Well, Darryl, next season, I hope you're ready to work a few more games as the USL Board of Governors had their mid-year meetings held last week in San Jose in conjunction with the MLS All-Star Game, and more games coming our way, my friend. 32 games will be the norm next season in the USL.
I guess the more games, the merrier for us, right?
That's it. Get to see me more often. What else can you ask for?
Yeah, exactly.
Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Just ask my wife. All right, here in Rochester, we're in the 67th minute. The Rhinos and the Kickers are scoreless. Joe Giuliano, Darryl Stewart, John Catalano, our producer. Hope you're enjoying our coverage tonight. Two of the premier teams in the league battling it out in Western New York. Aguilar. Still Aguilar to Troyer. Looking for options. Imura showing into space. Grant lays it off for Imura. Knocked away and picked up by Apostolopoulos. Vasily taking some runs forward here. He's got Voleski on the ball now. Lays it back to Camden. Callahan steps in, wins it forward. Grant on the counterattack the other way. It's still Grant into the 18. Grant, and it's Wall Fall coming over to knock it away and still keep it in play. Good bit of work from the 23-year-old German footballer.
It's a great work by Wallfall. I mean, he the attacking player didn't have anyone. He tried to take it on his own, and he single-handedly depossessed him and then win the ball from for throwing.
Camden will take it in the 68th minute. Fall flicks it forward. Voleski off the chest to Garzi. Good touch central. Wide open space. Toch and the Rhinos coming forward. Dominic Samuel. Toch. Forbes, the shot blocked there by Yambi. Richmond will come back the other way now. Space opening up here in the second half. Middle of the park, Imura. Asante. And Yambi, the central defender, pushing up. Onto the near side, 69th minute, the Kickers attacking. Asante. All the way over to the far side. Aguilar. Imura. And this one will run out of play. And a goal kick coming up here for the Rhinos.
All right, fans, who wants a Rhinos t-shirt?
Well, Richmond and the Rhinos in their last games, no strangers to late-minute heroics.
Stand up and make some
The
noise.
Rhinos gave up a late equalizer in the 90th minute, while Richmond picked up a game-winning goal in the 90th minute. Jackson Esque on a restart found the back of the net to give Richmond a 2-1 win over Red Bulls 2. Another yellow card being issued here in the 70th minute. It's Asante for his challenge. Third yellow card, all three going to the Richmond Kickers.
I mean, Asante, I mean, that yellow card was I mean, he just really called for that yellow card. I mean, the ball was already out of bounds, and I mean, he just went after the player and hit him right out of bounds.
70th minute, second change of the game, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's Ownby coming on, and this will be his 20th appearance of the season. Ownby's been around the USL. He's had loan spells with Richmond and Pittsburgh in the past. This will be his 20th appearance. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists on the season. So the Kickers have made 2 changes. The Rhinos yet to go to the sideline.
And as I was saying, I mean, the Richmond players is making it easy for the referee. I mean, to issue them yellow cards. I mean, they got to be a little bit smarter than the way that they're playing right now.
Headed away by Apostolopoulos. Picked up by Grant. Grant battling with Camden, and it should be a corner kick here. No, they'll call goal kick. I thought it was last touch by the Rhinos, but my eyes are not the best at my age, so the referee's assistant was right there.
Yeah, I think you actually came off the Richmond kicker.
That's
player.
what I said, right?
Yeah.
72nd minute.
But then the linesman was right in the perfect position to see that. So
Garzi swerves it back into play. Roberts, and there's Camden for the foul on Asante. Richmond's going to make their 3rd change here at the next stoppage, as it looks like it's going to be the Brazilian Luis Fernando coming on for Samuel Asante. Change has not happened just yet. Imura backing away. Finds Callahan. Now to Mishu. Looking for Ownby. And Grinwis. No trouble there.
it was a great position by Grinwis. I mean, he always saw that ball coming over, and you just was right in perfect position just to collect that ball.
There's the punt up over midfield. Flicked on by Dos Santos. Looking for Voleski. Taking no chances is Yambi. So clears it out, and this will be the 3rd change coming up for the Richmond Kickers, as it's going to be in the 73rd minute. Luis Fernando, the 19-year-old, product of the Corinthians and Flamingo systems in Brazil. Discovered during a coaching staff scouting trip in Brazil. They were with the Corinthians club in Sao Paulo last fall. Fernando coming over with Peretta, who is not on the trip here tonight. But he'll make his appearance now for Fernando's 21st game of the year. Ownby with the interception. Driving forward. Still Ownby. Imura. Swiped away by Camden, and it's going to be a dangerous restart. And the Rhinos will join the yellow card party with Camden picking up one in the 74th minute.
Yeah, this is going to be a dangerous restart for the Rhinos. I mean, it's right at the top of the box. In great position. You know, if you can bend that ball around the wall, so we got to be careful of what transpires from this one.
The wall being backed up. Imura and Callahan facing a 5-man Rhino wall. We're in the 74th minute. The Kickers now with a dangerous opportunity here on the free kick. About 22 yards away, just to the left of Grinwis, and he's confident with his wall because he is pinched over to that right side pretty far.
Yeah, he got one on his left side is open pretty much.
Here's Imura. The shot finds the back of the net. That gaping space you could see in the 74th minute. Imura's got his 8th of the season.
I mean, that ball was hit pretty well hit. But again, I from my advantage point here, I mean, I saw it. And I know the kicker saw that also, and Morris saw that, and he put it right in that open space.
We talked about it before the kick was taken. He was confident with the wall setup, but it was the excellent shot by Imura, who picks up his 8th goal of the year, and he's got his 2nd goal against the Rhinos this season. He had the game winner on April 9th, and he gets another one here tonight. 75th minute, the Rhinos have to catch up.
Well, now he's going to take a heroic effort by the Rhinos to come back in this one, because again, but both teams are so stingy on their defense. As I said, the Rhinos had the opportunity from the PK. They didn't capitalize on it. Now Richmond has the opportunity on a free kick right outside the box, and they capitalize on it. And this might be the turning point.
75th minute, Imura's 8th of the season on a free kick. The Rhinos have to fight their way back into this one. It's Samuel who's fouled. Referee does not play the advantage there. Rochester again coming into this one. 3 consecutive 1-1 draws on the road. Last time Rochester seen defeat was June 18th, 1-0 against Louisville. Still a good bit of time to play here as this is off the hand of Fernando, no call. Picked up by Fall. Knocked away by Roberts. Ownby, a hard tackle. And he gets the right shin of Farrell, and he'll go into the book now. The Cards are fast and furious.
Yeah, the Cards are definitely coming out. I'm not sure if this one is deserved of a yellow card, but I guess the referee saw he came up with studs against the player.
77th minute, Ownby is in the book. It'll be restart at the midfield stripe for Farrell. Rhinos trailing 1-0. Joe Farrell up and okay. Pushes one to the far side of the box. Over everybody. And it'll be coming out on a goal kick for the Richmond Kickers. Keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL.
Like
Double substitution, moments away here for Bob Lilly's side.
Congratulations to Mark Katera. Mark's
looking to get level here
row H.
with the Kickers.
Congratulations to our season seat holder of the night.
Camden. Headed away by Roberts. Fernando on the near side. Taken away by Fall. Fall is dumped by Fernando, gets up and has a good look at the Richmond number 11. Getting heated here.
Yeah, it is. It's going to get heated. And I think it's going to get worse before it even get better because both teams are, again, they're great defensive-minded teams. They're jockeying for position right now for a playoff spot. And you know, the Rhinos are 1 down, and these guys don't want the Rhinos to get back into this game.
This one a little bit of a taste of playoff action. Always a tough matchup with these two. Cleared away by Aguilar, but only as far as Forbes. To Garzi. Camden, quick cross, a high, deep one. Off the back of Troyer, and a corner kick opportunity coming up here for the Rhinos.
Sports Medicine.
It'll be from the far side. Rochester will push the big guys into the box. Fall, Farrell, Apostolopoulos. It's Canardo, Forbes to do the honors. Good ball. Still in the box. Voleski to Dos Santos. Left foot blocked by Ownby.
Yeah, now the Rhinos is really pushing it. I mean, they're getting aggressive now. They're taking shots. They're putting the ball into the box. Now it's a situation where they really have to go all in.
Flicked at the 6, cleared away by Roberts. Picked up by Dominic Samuel. Up and over everybody, out of play. Goal kick coming up here for the Kickers. Rochester again will bring on Sofiane Turgou and Michel Gilavodji. They have been in a couple-minute discussion here, getting their final instructions.
Yeah, I mean, with these substitutions that are coming in for the Rhinos, I think they're looking to be a little bit more offensive-minded because these guys are great defensive players. So the Rhinos looking to even push it even more to see if they can equalize this game.
There's Garzi. Voleski. Forbes. Dos Santos pushes to his right, swerving shot. And a few steps to his left, it's Turner to make the save.
Yeah, great save by the keeper. Dos Santos make a great turn and a great shot too. I mean, on the ground, level on the ground, but the keeper really covered that one up.
There's Callahan to Mishu. 81st minute. Rhinos trailing 1-0. Anthony Grant. Callahan. Outside to Troyer. Richmond unbeaten in 4 games. A 4-game winning streak where they've outscored the opposition 10-1. Looking to continue that here tonight. At a very difficult venue, Rhino Stadium. All right, Gilavodji and Turgou given the push to midfield. Camden with the header. Mishu wins it. It's Apostolopoulos. Dos Santos gets a touch on it, knocks it away from Mishu, and let's see who comes on for who here. Turgou will be coming on for Fall in the 82nd minute. And Gilavodji waiting to see who he will take off the pitch, as it's going to be Turgou for Fall, and Apostolopoulos will come off for Gilavodji.
Again, here the Rhinos, again, as I mentioned earlier, the two more defensive-minded player is off, and 2 offensive-minded player is on the pitch. Again, at this point, I figured, hey, we're down 1-0. We need to score a goal. We need to at least get a point out of this one. So even if we go 2 down, it's still a loss. A loss. He lost 1-0, lost 2-0. It's still a loss. So I think the coach is having that in his mind, that we just need to score. We just need to equalize right now.
Gilavodji will be his 6th appearance of the season. Turgou's 13th. This one's headed back to the 18, and it will finally reach Turner. And we know that Turgou brings that possession, that creativity. He'll camp out right in the middle of the field. He'll have to distribute up top to Voleski, Dos Santos, and even Farrell now, who's pushed up really high ahead of that row of midfielders.
Dial them up at 349 HOTS.
Throw in for Richmond. They'll take their time, 83rd minute. Don't forget the Rhinos are home again on Saturday, 6 p.m. kickoff. The Wilmington Hammerheads come to town. Richmond will be at Montreal looking to avenge the only home loss at City Stadium.
The Rhinos once again would like to say thank you to both KeyBank and First Niagara Bank for being
Grinwis will put this one back into play. Imura to Ownby. He's come on and brought a good bit of energy. There's an offside call here on Anthony Grant. Ball's pushed back. Samuel to take it. Garzi on the right side of defense. Dominic Samuel central, and Camden on the left side for the 3 in the back for Rochester. Toch and Troyer battle for it. Out of bounds by Troyer.
And the Rhinos have, there's a lot of time left, the Rhinos to get a goal to equalize here.
Foul called. Imura went down on the challenge from Farrell in his own box, and Richmond's going to take their time here and work the clock. Rhinos have 3 substitutions available. The Kickers with 2 more. It's Turner to put this one back into play in the 85th minute. If you're just tuning in, Richmond has a 1-0 lead, a free kick goal well taken from Imura in the 75th minute. The Rhinos had a PK in minute 54. Turner denying Valesky with a big save. Samuel, good battle with Grant. And foul called. Referee will say put it on the goal kick spot instead.
Boxing live at Rhino Stadium on Friday, August 19th. Undefeated and world-ranked heavyweight boxer Jarrell Big
Grinwis and the Rhinos. 5 minutes plus stoppage time. All that remains to get at least level here with Richmond. Farrell, good win. Heads it forward. Volesky. Gilavogi couldn't get a poke on it as Turner was there.
He was right there, but I guess Turner came out off his line and picked it up, but Gilavogi was just right there, just itching just to get a toe on that one.
Ownby gets tangled up with Dominic Samuel. No call as Grinwis. Farrell's been good on these challenges, winning them and flicking them forward. No one there to win it on the backside, though. Yambi. Troyer. Imura. Aguilar. Grant. Foot race for it. Grinwis off his line, gets the slide on it. Net is open. Imura takes a look, slows it down. Aguilar. Grant. Not sure what that was, as it's way off the mark.
Yeah. Grinwis made a great tackle from that one. That was actually a breakaway. If he didn't came off his line, it would be an opportunity for the Kickers to score on that one.
Dominic Samuel is down, and he took a knock in the first half. Another one from Ownby here just a couple minutes ago, and he is down at his own 6.
Yeah, I think that the second one he got from Ownby right at the top of the box, that's the one that I think really did it. I think he probably got, a knee seemed like in the thighs. That's probably what's making him go down now.
The Rhinos have taken off Apostolopoulos and Fall. They do have one defender still as a substitute, the newcomer, Chase Miller. And we'll see if he's called upon for Dominic Samuel, who's had a physical evening tonight.
Definitely it did, and the substitution that the coach made, he actually brought Dominic Samuel into the fullback position instead of having him on the outside.
So Samuel will come off as he was seen by the trainer. Grinwis will get it back into play with a goal kick for the Rhinos. In the 88th minute. Here's Grinwis. Farrell wins the header outside for Turgu. Samuel back onto the field. Turgu spinning away from the pressure. Plays it central for Camden. Turgu. A high chip into the box. Dos Santos settles, couldn't pull the trigger. Callahan gets it back from Fernando. Toch, and the Rhinos start the attack once again. Forbes. Gilavogi. High chip up and over the Richmond goal. Coming out on a goal kick for the Kickers in the 89th minute.
Dos Santos was working so hard up front there. That last one he just got, his first touch on the ball was not his best. And I know if he had got a better touch on that ball, he would have had an opportunity at least to take a shot onto goal.
A lot of traffic there in front for Dos Santos. And Turner gets the whistle to bring this one back into play. 32 points for both of these teams coming into the matchup tonight. Richmond looking to hang on to the 3 points. Depending on what Charleston does against Charlotte, it could be within 1 point of the battery.
Fans, as a reminder,
the Rhinos have other ideas as we're in the 90th minute. At least would like to salvage a point here tonight. Forbes for Voleski. Yambi there again. Gilavoggi lost possession. Picked up by Aguilar. Good bit of dribbling here. Still Aguilar. Still with it. Fernando wide open, takes a touch. The shot off the crossbar. Ownby has the rebound. He fires one, and it's wide of the post.
That was a great dribbling. I mean, the player took the ball from at least midfield and took it, 20 yards into the goal. Made a great pass. I mean, he took that ball from midfield. That's 1, 2 player. That's 3. I mean, 3, 4, 5 players made a great pass, and it's unfortunate that ball went up and hit the crossbar.
Fernando looking for his first of the season off the crossbar, as we'll have 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Soccer fans, the fourth official has indicated
Dos Santos. Voleski shot off the crossbar. He's robbed. Unbelievable.
Now that was just how Voleski night has been going. I mean, that was such a beautiful ball, such a beautiful turn, such a great shot, and just can't get it to hit the back of the net.
It was Dos Santos with the delivery.
I mean, that was just a beautiful shot. But that's how sometimes it goes for players. Just can't find the back of the net.
Short to Camden. His shot is blocked away by Imura. Foul called by the referee on Turgu. And you're right, for Voleski, you got to feel for him tonight.
Yes, you got to definitely. I mean, from the PK that he had, he missed the PK and then had this one, to redeem himself and just been robbed.
But he continues to work hard. Great sign from Voleski. A lot of guys would have maybe shut it down after that missed PK, but he continues to put himself in those spaces. And Voleski just unlucky there, as the keeper had no shot at that one.
None whatsoever. I mean, he was actually beaten. And the crossbar is the one that just saved him.
So Garzi in the 14th minute off the crossbar with a header. Voleski in stoppage time of second half off the crossbar. And also Fernando for Richmond off the crossbar. Easily could be a 2-2 game.
So, yeah, easily could have been
3-2 with the PK.
Yes, easily, with all the chances that both teams had.
Into space. Turner's got to be aware of that one. 3-2 could have easily been the scoreline for two stingy, top-notch defenses. 4 minutes called for of stoppage time. Low-driven punt picked up by Farrell. Gilavoggi. Flag is up for offside. It came up late, but the call is made. Rhinos looking to pick up something here. As the crossbar denying Garzi, denying Voleski. And the kickers will take their time as they try to complete a two-game season sweep against the Rochester Rhinos. Turgu gets it to Toch. Chips it forward, looking for Dos Santos. Dos Santos keeps it in play. Taken down in the box, no call made. He wants a call, not going to happen. It's Forbes, top of the box. Spinning away, finds Toch. Tries to put it through the traffic, blocked by Callahan. Turgu is wide open on the far side. Finally gets the ball. Turgu to Dos Santos. Bombed away by Callahan. Maybe one more push here for the Rhinos. Toch trots over to take it.
I mean, there's everybody's into the box. I mean, everybody's in the box right now.
Played back to Samuel. Chips it into the box. Voleski's there, but Turner able to snag it out of the air, and that could bring this one very close to the final whistle. Here's a look at that last challenge for Dos Santos.
I mean, Dos Santos, man, he was working the sideline. I mean, he was actually on his back. He was being pulled down, and no call on that one.
And as we show you the replay, that brings this one to a close here tonight at Rhino Stadium. The Richmond Kickers 1-0 over Rochester. With the result, Rochester now 8-5-8. Richmond in double digits with wins at 10-6-5. Daryl, quickly, your final thoughts on the game tonight.
Well, as I said, this game was from the get-go. I said this game was going to be a great game, a great defensive game. I mean, both teams really have great defense, but it's going to take one goal to win this game. One, the team is going to make a mistake and is going to win it, or the team is going to do something real dramatic and win the game. And both teams had their opportunities. Rhinos had their PK. They didn't capitalize on that one. The Kickers had their free kick outside the box, and they capitalized on that one. And that's in the final score is 1-0.
The Murrah did it on April 9th with the winner. He did it again tonight in the 75th minute. Your final score tonight from Rhino Stadium. Richmond 1, Rochester 0. For John Catalano, Daryl Stewart, and our entire production crew, I'm Joe Giuliano saying so long on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.